here. So on the left, we have the question, and I'll read it out loud in case it's a little hard to see. It says, first question, all of the following make up the big three credit reporting agencies except for which one? So the answer choices are Equifax, the Federal Reserve, TransUnion, or Experian. So this question doesn't seem to be very calculation or even theory based. This is just a very fact based question. And so, you know, there's two ways you can approach this question. The first one is if you just memorize the big three credit reporting agencies, you'll know that Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian are the big three credit reporting agencies. And then you can pick the Federal Reserve as the one that is not a big three reporting agencies. And that's one way we can approach this problem. And the other way we can approach it is simply saying, uh, let's use a process of elimination. Maybe we haven't memorized the big three credit reporting agencies, and I think maybe a lot of students haven't. And that's okay because what is one thing we know is not a big three credit reporting agency on this list, and that is the Federal Reserve, because we know that the Federal Reserve is very key for monetary policy, and it's one of those. It's the central bank of the United States, and it's a kind of a division of the government, not a private, credit reporting agency that kind of is a conglomerate or collects data about the different consumer credit scores across the United States, right? So we know the Federal Reserve is definitely not a big three credit reporting agency. We could also pick it that way. So let's take a look at the initial answer that was left. So we picked Federal Reserve, which is good. That's correct. And they explain Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian are the big three credit reporting agencies. All three are multinational consumer credit reporting companies that collect and aggregate information over millions of individual consumers across different countries. And then on the other hand, the Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States of America and monetary authority tasked with slight typo there, but with the responsibility of that supervising and regulating commercial banks, stabilizing the financial system, and providing financial services to the government of the United States, foreign officials, institutions, and depository institutions in the nation. So again, we know the Federal Reserve does a lot of things, and this answer has listed out many of the responsibilities of the Federal Reserve, but the one thing that the Federal Reserve is not is a big three credit reporting agency. So that is going to largely be correct, and we're going to go ahead with that one. So you can see I didn't have to do any work here. This was more of a conceptual question rather than a theory or calculation-based question.